welcome back. It's Jen with Woodcraft Blueprints. In today's video, I am making a really classic, timeless type of a Easter decor sign. And I'm using some boards I have lying around, plus I've got other supplies that you may have lying around as well. So you're going to want to watch until the end and see what we can create with these basic supplies. The first thing I have is this wide board. It's a 1x12. It's a cutoff leftover from something, so I'm going to use this as my base. I'm also going to be using wood lathe, and what these are basically 2x4s that have been ripped down to 1/4 inch thick. Okay, so they're really thin. If you have a table saw, you can make your own. Or also at Menards, they sell bundles of these, okay? And it's really cheap and they're really great for crafts. They're really easy to cut because they're so thin. If you don't have the thin wood strips, you can also use wood shims, may work as well. Or also if you do woodworking, you probably may have some of these 1x2s laying around. This is a 1x2 furring strip. This is like super duper cheap. If you have to buy this wood for this project, by all means. I mean, this is the wood I would use to make crosses. So it's a 1x2 pine board. It's got those sharp corners, and then the 1x2 furring strip has rounded corners. I'm going to make 3 crosses with these wood strips. One of them is 10 inches tall. The other 2, the side 2, will be 9 inches tall. And you have to adjust this to make it proportional so that looks like a real cross. This is 10 inches, and so you want the horizontal piece to be at 6 inches. And then the 9-inch pieces, the horizontal piece will be 5.5. These strips are really rough and rustic looking, so that is the look actually I want, so this works perfectly. So measure at 10, then 6, I'm gonna do 9, and 5.5. Now this base can be kind of any size really, so use up wood that you have laying around, or this 1x12, actually it needs to get cut down. It's a little bit too big, so I'm going to cut it at 16 inches long. I'm going to give this base a quick sand because it has some sharp corners that need to be softened up and rounded. For paint, I want the cross and the base to be contrasting. So I'm going to paint stain this in a brown. This brown is called Locomotion. It's kind of like a lighter brown. And then the crosses will be painted white. And the reason I'm using a baby wipe is because I am paint staining, so I'm really kind of want more of a translucent paint finish on here. I don't want something solid. I just want it to be really transparent, and when you use a baby wipe, it just waters down that paint just enough. So you can also just take water and water down your paint as well, but the baby wipe method is really fast. Super simple. I like simple, right? I really like this brown. It's kind of a nice muted type of a soft brown. There's a dip from the planer gouged it here, so I could have done a better job sanding, but most of it's going to get covered up, so I really don't care. I always like to do the back, both sides, just kind of, it looks better, and you don't really want one side of a board sealed and the other side not, because you're just kind of giving it ammunition to cup on you. Now for these crosses, I'm going to paint them white, and I'm going to use a foam brush. So I'm not going to do solid. I'm almost kind of going to do a dry brush look so that like every crack and groove isn't filled with paint. It looks like it's just old wood that I recycled. And I'm using the color China White. It's not bright white. So it kind of looks, you know, it's just not that bright white. Kind of looks older, I should say. Notice how I'm not sanding these. I just want them as rustic as they can be. Now that this board has dried, I'm going to give it a sanding, kind of make it look like it's real old board that's just, you know, weathered. So it doesn't take a whole lot. All right. Now we're ready to put the crosses on. I'm going to use a brad nailer. You could also just use adhesive. You don't even have to nail these, honestly. But since these strips are so thin, I'm going to use 5/8 18 gauge brad nails. I really don't need a whole lot for these. Now this middle one, I do want it to be kind of centered. And I'm going to have these crosses kind of pop off on the sides and the top a little bit. So give it some fun. So 8 is the middle there. That looks good. I'm gonna use a square just to help me keep me lined up, maybe. And then my horizontal piece, which is my 6-inch piece, I need to make sure it's proportionate. It should be about 2 inches from the top. Yep, 2 inches and 2 1/4, 2 1/4. So I have that. Now the 2 9-inch crosses are going to go on the sides here, and I'm going to put them at an angle. And like I said, I kind of want the sides to like kind of pop off of the board a little bit. So let me visualize how I need these first before I just start nailing. I want to make sure that they are even. Even if they are off a little bit, that will be fine. Then the horizontal piece on those 9-inch pieces, about 1 3/4 inches down. Put my square on here, make sure that stays square. One 3/4. All right, and there we have our sign is all done. So I can add a little hanger on the back here so it can be hung up as a sign, or it can just, you know, sit on a shelf or a mantle as it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are looking for more project plans that are simple and fun to build, you need to be in the membership. I will have more info in the description below.